Join us on Now We Consume. Take in the knowledge, take in the laughs, indulge in the topics with us. The Now We Consume podcast will take you through the parts of your day you normally dread. Why suffer through the existential crisis of life alone when you can do it with us? And now we consume.
This is not meant to be a conspiracy episode or podcast, but we may cover some topics that dance that line like a toddler dances on their mother's last nerve. This podcast is rated I, for immature audiences only.
Welcome to the Now We Consume podcast, where tonight we're asking our lizard overlords to please reset the simulation, because shit's getting weird. And coming from me, that's saying something. I'm your host, Pip. Tonight, as always, are my co-hosts, Gibbs and Gibbles.
Hello!
Hi!
And we're coming off of a bit of a pre-show where we've been having a little bit of extra fun. So if my voice is a little raw, that's it's not their fault tonight, because I have been laughing my ass off. But tonight we're going to be discussing a movement that's been getting bigger, and it's not coming out of me for once. We're discussing. Don't look at me in that tone of voice, Gibbs.
He's judging.
He's judging harsh. With all the talk of AI, the end of the world, and people in Hollywood really loving pizza, we're going to talk about the exact opposite tonight, and we're going to discuss the dumb tech movement. Some people are intentionally stepping away from smartphones, smart homes, smart outlets, smart doorbells, smart appliances, and always on tech. Not because they're Luddites or in the old sense, but because they're tired of how digital life affects them. There's an increasing demand for devices to not be so plugged in as they have been. This is becoming so popular that there are major news articles about this topic, such as in Newsweek, how to instantly dumb down your smartphone for a scrolling detox in 2026. This explains how many, especially Gen Z, are repurposing phones or using minimalist strategies to fight constant notification and feed addiction. It frames the trend as digital minimalism rather than full nostalgia. I, for one, fully support this whole trend, especially in the under 30 crowd. They have no attention span, no communication abilities. They can't hold a conversation. They can't hold eye contact. And I fully blame the digital addictions.
Oh, 100%. It's something of a trend that I've noticed. I think that the younger generation is becoming shockingly self-aware on this issue. And there's kind of two extremes. There's a lot of people, I know typically in a society, there's always that kind of back and forth sway between things. So for example, when something's really popular for a while, then it becomes almost the opposite. It becomes really uncool or unpopular. It swings back and forth. So in the case of technology, I see a lot of people in the younger generation that are being very anti-tech, being very pro going out to bars, trying to be out in public, trying to be hanging around people. It's definitely something that I'm noticing a lot of people from all sectors. And the reason why I kind of pointed it out for this week, for this one, and why I really want to talk about this, is I'm seeing this particularly, so I work in the automotive industry. I'm seeing a huge demand and calling for people to say, screw touchscreens, screw the tech, give me my old knobs and dials, please, just make it simple. And I think what we're starting to see is really, it's in almost all phases of tech, and in almost really every facet or every corner of technology, people are sick of it being overcomplicated.
Yeah, and especially with the car stuff, the more tech heavy the cars become, the more expensive they become to fix, the more you need an engineer or a higher end technician than you need a mechanic.
Right.
You damn near need an electronics degree to fix cars nowadays.
Oh, yeah. You should see my Ford Explorer I got. Freaking the only dial I have on it is the volume control. That's it.
Oh, God.
Everything else is touchscreen.
And just so you guys know, too, because I have a little bit of insider information, Cadillac, for 2027, they're trying to make... So right now, the way cars are made is you have a bunch of different modules that control different parts of the vehicle. Well, now they want to make it to this one central module that is powered by an NVIDIA graphics card with an AI chip, where the idea they want to have is be one centralized module that is AI powered on their high-end Cadillacs. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'll tell you right now, it sucks already to work on cars, all these different modules that they do not talk to each other, that you have to program them a certain way. It's really difficult to make things happen. That is going to make it way worse. Oh, by the way, some Cadillac's going to be the first one to do it, the first ones going down the road. I think there's going to be many companies that are going to go that way.
Okay, so
there was a car I saw, I forget which brand it was, where the audio control box that was like in the rear of the car that controlled like the muffler noises, because that went out, it bricked the car.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I have a question. So does that mean that you're going to have to start updating the drivers for your car?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I have even better one. There's already vehicles now that you have to go back to the dealership every year or two to actually software update them.
Oh my God.
Some of them you can do from home, but there are some cars now that are like, hey, you have to do it at the dealership. I had software updates all the time when I used to work at dealership. Thankfully, not anymore. But I do see it. And even to repair and work on cars, like any car made after like 2016, 2018, you got to have a nice scan tool to be able to do the brakes on it, because you have to manually retract the rear pistons.
Oh, yeah.
The rear calipers. You can't just manually.
That happened to my old truck.
So, I know. I remember that car.
That made a mess. That made such a mess.
But I've seen some brands. There's a couple that are starting to figure this out, because I think there's a lot of people that are just overwhelmed with options, and all these options don't necessarily make your life better. You know, it's one of those things where options are nice, but some of us just want a car to get A to B, you know, or technology. Like some of us literally want a phone to do 3 things. You know, not everything has to do everything.
Yeah. Call,
That's why I don't know if
text,
you guys
and
saw,
porn.
Exactly. the trifecta. That's all you need.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but have you guys heard of Slate Automotive or Slate Auto?
I've heard something about Slate. I know I saw it in the notes. So
What they did, because the notes I didn't really dive into it this much, but I feel like this is an important point. Slate said, "What if we just didn't do any infotainment and we make a spot specifically for you to put your phone or your iPad and connect it to the vehicle and use that as your hub?"
nice.
And I was like, you know, as a cost-saving measure that keeps all your information there, everything, and puts the phone or tablet at a safe spot, so you're not like texting while driving, but you can interact with it, and it connects with the audio system, or potentially, as a cost-saving measure, they literally give you like a Bluetooth speaker you can put in the vehicle and just connect it to the phone, and that's it. It's like, you know, for cheap money, that makes sense, but it's nice to have options, is what I'm saying. It seems like every car manufacturer has been just going crazy with the options, which means crazy with the money.
Yeah, because the more crap they can cram into there, the more cost they can squeeze out of the customer. And I mean, cars are already expensive as it is, so why not just make us pay more, right?
Don't give them ideas.
Oh, they don't need any from me, trust me.
Oh, they already do it.
Yeah.
Bad enough I spent over 60 on my latest vehicle.
Gross.
That hurt my soul. The only reason I even accepted it is because I tricked it out completely. So
Yeah. So there was another article from Vice, the best dumb phones for smartphone use. That was a recent feature listing dumb phones as simple devices as alternatives to modern smartphones, showing just how the trend is becoming mainstream and curated rather than fringe. Excuse me. Like we'd mentioned, Gen Z are the bigger pushers and motivators for this. They're increasingly aware that constant notifications, social media feeds, the algorithm, the almighty algorithm, all hail, all hail Hypnotoad, is designed to keep you scrolling. Right, I wish we had that sound effect.
Huh?
The algorithms are designed to keep you scrolling, and that they can actually harm focus, sleep, stress levels, and well-being. So this has driven people to reduce their screen time, or even switch to the dumb phones that don't have a big fancy screen. This is your flip phones, your old Nokia styles, or even the PDA BlackBerry types.
Yes.
And did you ever have a
We're
BlackBerry?
going to bring back the.
No, I wanted to.
I had
I
I had several. I loved them.
Oh, see, I loved
had
it.
Nokia.
I wish I still had it. I had one of those phones where on the front it was a regular phone, but you turned it sideways and pushed it up, then you had the full keyboard.
Yes, this like the
the kick.
this
I think it was the
Kick.
kick.
Yes, yes. HTC.
Yeah, that thing was great. I loved that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss when I had a flip phone too. Honestly, it was kind of nice. I will say, like it kept you focused.
I tried going back to a flip phone.
Can't now.
Yeah.
I tried. Mm-mm.
No, I do entirely too much on my phone.
Especially if you get into if you get a text message group going on an old style flip phone, it won't stop.
Yeah, if you're texting in T9, your thumb is going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger by the time you're done with that third message.
Well, that was back when we only used to text for something like you needed.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? You weren't just updating bullshit. I feel like
Do you want to know one?
I wish a lot of phones had options. I know some do, but I wish it was more prevalent, more relevant to be like, hey, here's a dumb phone feature or a dumb phone mode. Because I know it's nice to have like sleep mode or other modes where like do not disturb, which it does help, I will say. But I wish my iPhone had a dumb feature where I was like, yep, literally turn off everything but calls or text. Only if someone needs to get a hold of me, that's it. Which I know I could probably set up, but I'll be honest, I've been too lazy to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, the do not disturb plus the whitelist on my phone has been an absolute game changer for me. That way I can let people through that I need to let through, and the important stuff, is filtered through, but the non-important stuff can just wait till I wake up. That's great.
It's been so nice.
Oh yeah. So
I can't do that with the do not disturb, unfortunately.
well, that's why the whitelist
Last
exists.
time I did it, yeah, I didn't realize that. I should have, because the last time I did it, that was the night I found out my brother passed away. So I've not gone on do not disturb ever since.
Yeah, that would do it.
The one time I did it, and then I get voicemail from my stepfather. Oh,
Yeah. That would hurt. So we've got other tech as well besides just phones. We've got people trying to bring back things like film cameras, MP3 players, more mechanical style watches, and they're rejecting the constantly pushed ads for updates, connectivity, and surveillance. And now, Gibbs, you were talking about all the car stuff, and I know we had talked about this earlier. What is the year that people in power are pushing to have the kill switches mandated in cars?
So, I will tell everybody right now. In
Jailbreaking.
2029, I'm breaking up. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Starting the year 2029, all new passenger cars and light trucks sold in the U.S. will be required to include automatic emergency braking systems that detect an imminent crash with another vehicle or pedestrian, or automatically apply the brake if the driver does not try to prevent or reduce the severity of the crash. But here is my problem. Now, I know that sounds fine, but my problem is it's part of the law that's also in there for the police and or law enforcement to be allowed to have access to these. Now, we do not know to what extent. It is not currently written as to how this is going to be used or enforced. But it also grants law enforcement access to the braking capabilities of a vehicle. And I heard from a rumor, I don't know if this part's true, but I heard from a rumor that there's the possibility of them adding steering into the equation. I don't know about this one yet. This one, I could be calling it early on this one, or they could be not adding that in eventually. Because here's the problem, is right now it's 2026. They got 3 years until this comes into effect, and these laws can be amended. So they can be changed. But the problem that's going to be is this going to be another feature that you're going to have to, the customer's going to have to pay for, the consumer's going to have to pay for, that you can't really consent to.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, most vehicles now already have this. So this is nothing new. Most any vehicle past like 2024, 2022, like you're going to have automatic collision avoidance, lane departure, lane assist, all this type of stuff. So why is it in there? Well, It's in there because it wants to be up to a government standard, to the way that they want it to react and happen. So this is going to cause some issues. I can already see where this is going to go, because they're going to want a certain amount of sensors, a certain amount of data, a certain amount of recorded information. This is going to cause an increase in cost for the vehicles, as well as that information is going to have to be readily accessible by the government for crash records or anything else. So unfortunately, it's going to affect things like your insurance, repair costs.
Oh God, yeah.
It's going to have a ripple effect. So just want people to keep in mind that basically what's going to happen is any cars from like 2000 to like 2020 to like 2028 are going to actually retain their value a little bit more, I think, because of this issue.
Yeah.
Because I have zero trust the government is going to be able to do this well.
Yeah.
I have zero trust they're going to really think this one through.
Or better yet, somebody's going to hack the system, and then all of a sudden everybody's brakes are going to get slammed on.
Right. I need
It's
to
going to be like a Skynet, but not Skynet.
I need to ask a quick question. Gibbs, are you squeaking? When you're talking, something is squeaking really badly.
He swallowed his
Something
chew toy.
squeaking?
Oh, huh? No?
No, that one's not me. I'm actually like kind
Okay.
of abusing this chair right here, and I'm not.
Okay. All right, cool.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Could be crazy.
Maybe just sitting in the chair is being abused. No.
So, but anyways, so it's
Abuse
just
me,
something for people to
senpai.
keep in mind, that with the addition, with the addition of more features in these cars, unfortunately adds more vulnerabilities to them.
Yeah.
And this is not just with cars, mind you. This is a good representation of what's happened with your phones, with your computers, laptops, watches, TVs, anything you could name of, really. With all these features that get added, comes the erosion of your privacy, your rights, things like that.
Yep.
What is interesting is, I don't know if you guys know this, but Ford was the first one that patented like driving ads in your car. They patented it. They're not going to use it, but they did patent the idea and the ability to play ads on your main screen, thing while you're
Well, that's because
driving.
they know there's going to be other companies that are going to try to do it. So why not patent it and make money off of it?
Yeah, I really
Because you have the auto companies overseas that does crazy shit. Like, let me subscribe to be able to heat my seats. Like,
Yeah.
really?
Would you like to stop the car now? Please watch this ad.
Mm.
Would you like to keep your
I
family
may be
alive? Play
crippled, but I will.
$5.99 for premium braking service. It's like,
Yeah.
well, what's crazy?
I'm
There
sorry,
are
but-
cars
Yeah.
where you actually have to pay to unlock more horsepower. Like, literally, it's in the
Yeah.
vehicle and everything. It's already there. You just have to pay for a separate thing. They flash the chip in the ECU and it allows the engine to run better.
Wow.
Tesla.
There are cars where they do that already.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Isn't it like it's like Audi or Mercedes Benz that does that? I'm trying to remember which one
they
it
both
is.
do. They both do.
They both do. Okay.
They both do.
And Tesla as well.
Yeah, Tesla, I
Oh, no,
knew.
Tesla. But Tesla's interesting.
Well, yeah.
So they actually, what's kind of crazy with Teslas, if there's something that's broken, it's simple enough with the modules and those, it will actually call itself, the dealership, give the dealership its diagnostic like codes and troubleshooting codes, and the dealership will order the part, and the car will tell you when to go to the dealership when the part's there.
Now, that's cool. I could be okay with
That
that
is
kind
cool.
of thing. But
That's kind of badass to be like, oh yeah, something's wrong with me. Go to the dealership in 6 days. The part will be there.
yeah,
like,
that's
It's the only car right now that does anything like that.
yeah. So I have very mixed feelings on some of this stuff because yeah, that kind of stuff is very awesome and very helpful, but the remote access stuff is just way overstepping. If you, the owner, do not have a way to disable it, then you do not own your car.
Mhm.
If you cannot bypass it without the car being disabled, the car is not yours. You should
So
never
we just
have to
turn into
pay.
farmers and jailbreak our own stuff.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you should not have to pay the full price for the car. You should not have to pay property taxes if you're in a state that has those, because you don't own the car. If you own it, you can
Right.
do whatever you want to it, period. And I will die on that hill.
Yeah.
Software companies have already paved the way for this, where you never own it, you just rent it. you
Yeah.
lease it, or you pay for a license to have or operate
Right.
that vehicle.
Because you
that's
have
only-
politicians that are just too whipped to the
Too old.
dollar that they're getting.
Or too old to understand.
Yeah.
They're either too old or they're getting paid off by lobbyists to actually do something about it.
Like for example, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with this, but do you know SteamOS
Mhm.
is making huge strides?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mhm.
one of the things I wanted to bring up here is operating systems. As we all three of us know about Linux, we all know about different Linux distros, but it's not really that useful right now. But something like SteamOS with the
Is.
incoming Gabe Cube, which I cannot fucking wait for, Lord Gaben himself. If you don't know who Gaben is, just look him up. You'll see. Glorious man.
Glorious
Um,
Gabe.
Gabe Newell. Yes.
Glorious Gabe.
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to figure out to run a software that's your desktop software that takes place on Microsoft that is like idiot simple. That's very light and gets rid of a lot of the intrusive stuff, gets rid of a lot of the bloatware, a lot of the crap. It makes it just simple. And the amount of demand I see for this online is freaking huge because we're all sick of Microsoft. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, Apple OS, while it's really efficient, it can't do a lot of things.
Oh,
So this is going to be like the perfect middle ground.
Apple is good for some things, but it sure as hell isn't good for office spaces. And I work around copy machines all day. This sucks.
So I was just reading an article yesterday or the day before about how Windows as it stands, Windows 11 is essentially going to be the last version of like user type Windows. They're going to be moving to cloud-based subscription style Windows that is just AI kind of bloatware essentially. And that's going to be the model going forward. You're going to have to pay
Nope.
a fee to use your computer.
Nope.
So that's
way.
going
You
to
know how
be
quickly
that's going to be what pushes the adoption of Linux or alternate operating systems.
I
Yep.
really feel like we are
Yeah,
quickly
negative.
entering this kind of like cyberpunk era where everybody's going to have their own versions of distros for software for computers because nobody wants to use the big bad government one, which is going to be Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be the case of like everyone's going to find their own way of making shit work, but nothing's going to be standardized. Not going to be like how it was 10 years ago where everybody ran Windows 10.
Yeah.
You know, or everybody was running
Right.
Vista or 7 or God, I miss
Yeah.
I miss Windows 7. That was great.
7 was good.
I actually came across a computer. I came across a computer yesterday. It was running Windows 7.
I have
Couldn't
one.
help them because I couldn't get the printer working on it, but you know.
I have one at work that's running Windows 98.
Wow. That's good.
Please tell me it's not connected to the internet.
Oh no, it's an offline.
Good. That's good. Because that thing probably in about 2 minutes would be infected with so many viruses.
Uh huh. Yeah, it's never been on the internet.
But like this is where this is going to go because they're going to think they can force people to pay monthly for software. And let's be honest, any of us that are software savvy are going to say fuck that and find a way
Yeah,
to get around it.
exactly.
The amount of people, there's already tens of millions of people that use like counterfeit or pirated Windows software like every day, and it's no problem. So give it like 3 months, 6 months, and there's gonna be some crazy Russian hacker. Let's go. Oh, do this, and yeah, blah. There you go, and just it's gonna work.
Yeah.
and you're gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Like
It's going to be
Microsoft's
just
an
like
idiot.
the old days.
Yeah.
It'll be like the old days.
Or
Like the early to mid 2000s where, you know, you were silly to pay for Windows
or it'll
because they were
be
charging so damn much.
it'll be the case where someone tricks AI into cracking something for them.
Or that
So
new form
There's
of
no way.
IQL injections and all that.
yeah,
Or the case of is AI going to get so good that people can just pick up a Linux distro, have it coded to the way that you want it, behave it the way you want it, install it, and then you're all set. Then all you have to really do
Yeah.
is deal with the kernel essentially.
Yeah.
By hand, but besides that, you'd be fine.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, it's going to be, I think it's going to move beyond computers too. I mean, the more companies that start to offer more options that are less advanced, they're going to see more customer draw, because we're already seeing it right now. Companies that are offering like back to the cars. I just had it right here. Audi and Volkswagen and some other automakers, they're reintroducing physical buttons, knobs, and dials, and they're seeing their sales increase by as much as 30%. So
yeah, because not everybody wants a touch screen. Not everybody wants to have to sit there and figure out while they're driving, go, oh, let me try to push this tiny little thing on the screen so I can turn the heat up.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you this from experience. I have a customer who's a brand new 2025 Audi Q7 Premium. It's the big SUV. It's the luxury. It's like $110,000 for the one that he has.
Gross.
Really nice. There's a problem with it.
Of course there is.
With how long it takes all the computer systems to start up, I can get into it, hit the start button. It takes at least a minute, if not a minute and a half, for everything to come up, for me to be able to use the touch screen, navigate over to the thermostat or the heat settings, and actually get the heat running in it. And then because it's German, it's particularly sensitive about shit, and it takes quite a while to get the heat going. And here's the thing. I'm just south of Boston. It's been negative fuck outside. So nothing's more annoying than trying to get the heat going in this $110,000 car, and when the screen's like, meh, it's too cold. I'll take my time. Meanwhile, you're sitting there fucking shivering your balls off. Or I could just go to this 2007 Kia on the lot. You want to do? Start the car, turn the knob.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to be that guy, but it's like, yeah, but you know what the sad part is, though? If it's not that cold out, if it's like 40, 50 degrees, but you still want heat, why is it a $110,000 vehicle is being outdone by a $5,000 shitbox when it comes to heat?
True.
And I hate to say it, the amount of times I've gone to really nice vehicles and the heat or AC in them aren't very good is fucking terrifying. Also, it's because of the newer refrigerants, too. They suck. But that's besides the point. They're not like the old ones. The old shit used to be cold.
Mm-hmm.
God,
yeah, but the old ones also killed penguins.
Yeah, you know, we can sacrifice a couple. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. So I don't know. It's overregulation to the point to where like it doesn't always work, or it's always yelling at you. That's the other thing with some of the newer cars. They're always yelling at you over something.
Yeah, mine usually yells at me when I'm using the cruise control and it's driving for me down the freeway. That's when it yells at me for not paying attention.
Well,
Otherwise, it kind of leaves me alone.
that's when you're not supposed to pay attention.
Well, this one's still set out to where you need to pay attention, which I like.
Oh.
Because there's been times where, you know, it decided as I'm coming up to the exit that I want, it's on the navigation, it decides, hey, we're going to go in the left lane now. But why? We got to exit right here. What are you doing?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it did save me from getting into an accident once already, so
Well, that's good.
that was nice. Yeah.
I will say I've been very happy with the lane assist and like the partial self-driving my Camry has. When I'm on the highway, I can just kind of let it do its thing, and it really saves it. It makes driving way less stressful when you're doing like long distance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the things I want to point out in this discussion was the fact that, granted, this is a rough estimate, but roughly 20 to 30% of the cost that you're paying for a vehicle is for non-essential features, particularly infotainment, connectivity packages, luxury tech styling systems, and subscription systems. Imagine if right now you could just slash car prices 20 or 30% by saying basics, just basic stuff. Don't need all that crap. The amount of people that are priced out of owning cars or a lot of other tech because of all this unnecessary stuff, the sad part is that's an estimate for 20 to 30%. There are some cars, I swear to God, it's half the price of the car. So,
Wow. That's kind of insane.
so
It is insane.
no.
But then again, I found out there's a vehicle over in Europe that you don't even need a license for. It's a tiny little shit box. and it's like 14, 15-year-olds can drive it. And it only goes like, oh, what is it? I think it gets up to like maybe 40 miles an hour, maybe. Like, it could be slower than that. But the car's like $7,000.
Yeah.
Because it comes with just what you need. Steering wheel, brake system, gas, has a little cell phone holder up on the dash. And that's really about it. And the way they build it, the front and back look exactly the same. The doors, it's the same door on each side. So one, the door handles in the front. The other one, door handles in the back. Because it's literally the same damn door.
Wow.
You could do that here. Just, it would have to be a lot bigger because we go a lot faster. But you could make a simple car like that and be cheap.
You know what's even crazier? You know, Toyota makes a $10,000 pickup truck.
Yeah.
Mm.
And we're getting them
Yeah.
soon, aren't we?
Supposed to be.
I think,
It's on the way.
yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
stuff
it's like
this that-
$10,000, right?
Yeah, it's like after like tariff and tax, probably like 12 or 13 for most people. But even so, you
Yeah.
can't even get into a truck for under 50 in America. 45 or
Right.
50 is like your baseline,
Yeah.
you know, bottom barrel. Whereas
Aren't-
imagine being able to get a truck that has a warranty, not Toyota, mind you, has a Toyota warranty, and they'll order it. They take good care of people for 10 to 12 grand. Like, you can actually get work done. The amount of commercial companies that people are going to be buying those up is going to be endless. I would buy one. Fuck, for
Oh,
10
yeah.
to 12 grand?
Aren't they supposed to be making those here at some point soon?
At some point. So the big rumor
Yeah.
is the Toyota just recently relaunched the FJ Cruiser, and it's on the same frame that truck is supposed to be on.
Okay, that's what it is.
So the FJ is coming here first, and then I think that other truck that they're already making based off that frame is going to be approved later on. I don't know what the timeline is because they're kind of keeping a hush hush. Why I don't really know. Unfortunately, I don't work like for Toyota, so I don't know 100%. But that's from
Maybe
what
they don't want anyone else jumping the gun on them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is I don't think there's any other companies that make trucks that I think could even come close to that kind of price. I mean, fuck, even the Ford Maverick is still like 30 grand, 20, 30 grand is like the cheapest end.
Yeah. Yeah, that beats the shit out of the cheapest Cybertrucks too, or whatever Elon was shooting for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how
So-
much are those now?
The Cybertruck,
Ridiculous.
a lot.
It's nowhere near the price they originally was trying to get.
No.
That's for
Because I
damn
know-
sure.
Slate, which is like an Amazon-owned truck company that makes like little electric trucks, theirs are like 25 grand.
Yeah.
Which I thought about getting one, but a little too much for what it has. You know, for like a little pickup truck that goes like 150 miles on a charge. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend 25.
No.
It's a little too much.
So talking about all the tech and bullshit that's inside of a car right now, we'll stay on the car topic for just a minute. Some recent surveys that were done, and these are not, be all end all deals, but 54% of Americans think that cars have too much tech. I would think that's kind of low personally, but that's just me. 68% said they would give up the latest tech for a more affordable vehicle. Again, I think that's low. I think that number should probably be a lot higher. But when you were talking about that, something that popped into my head, how long is it going to be before you said that they're going to have NVIDIA chips in the cars? So NVIDIA makes AI chips and GPUs can run AI. So how long is it going to be before we have an AI assistant or an AI overlord in our vehicle telling us what to do or how to drive or driving for us and just taking control of the
Not long.
vehicle for us when we least
Think about
expect it?
this. Think about this. If Tesla can do self-driving decently well without AI, just with basic algorithms, imagine what happens when they integrate a full-time dedicated AI that can get, updates over the air at
Yeah.
all times.
You know
Like-
that
We
like I
are
said,
not long until cars will be able to drive themselves because they'll have a built-in AI that can make decisions. This has been the biggest thing. Self-driving right now, because it's all algorithmic based and based off a ton of the scan information, LiDAR, radar, all these other things. It has to make decisions based off of parameters. Whereas once you get an AI to be able to sift through all that and make decisions like that, it's going to make self-driving way more efficient.
Overnight.
And unfortunately, it will be able to take over. That's the other problem.
Yeah.
Is it might make decisions for you, like you're talking about.
And you know what worries me about
Well,
that?
you just have to be friends with your car.
That scene from 2001, Space Odyssey. I'm sorry, Dave.
Mhm.
I can't do that right now.
All I think
Or
about is
like I
upload.
said earlier, Skynet.
By the way,
like if you ever,
speaking of Skynet, we're like 3.5-ish years away from the first actual war with Skynet and the Terminators. I think it's 2029.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I
something
think
like
we're on
that,
track.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Yeah.
just put
Well,
that out
no,
there.
like if you, there was actual novels that people, an author made that it was like the beginning of the war and how it all started. And one of the novels, it was basically, Skynet infiltrated all the cars, and to test to see if it could gain control of stuff, it caused massive automobile accidents.
Mm-hmm.
So I can only imagine you have a kill switch or something like that the government has access to, or you're putting AI in cars, and then a hacker comes along and goes, "Hey guys, watch this. There's going to be a lot of dead people." Because you know damn well there's not going to be some end-all be-all to security on these things. Because it's bad enough when you hear that there's medical devices that for whatever reason are connected to the internet, and they don't even use HTTPS. And you got people that could potentially get hacked and they could die. So what makes you think that they're going to sit there and secure this shit for the cars? They're not. Or if they do, it's going to be a few generations after the fact, once they figure it out after so many people die and they get sued into the dirt.
Yeah, safety is going to be a feature you have to pay for.
So
Yeah.
to give you guys an idea,
Yeah,
you heard
some
of Kia-
pacemakers are connected to the internet.
That's wild. You know, this has already happened before in the automotive industry. Do you guys know who the Kia boys are?
Oh yeah, yeah, they're
Yeah.
big up around here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for anyone at home that is unaware, I have to tell everybody I do not recommend you buying or owning any Kia or Hyundai between like 2008 to like 2019, 2020, because they have a massive security issue or feature where basically you can rip out the ignition system and get it hot wired and drive away with it within minutes. If you're really good, literally within like 2 to 4 minutes. It's an insanely bad security flaw. And the reason
Most
why I bring
vehicles.
this up... Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. The only
No.
reason I bring this up was because it is so bad that in many areas of the country you can't insure one. In Chicago,
Oh, yeah. No
Detroit,
doubt out.
New York City, I think there was somewhere else too. A lot of automotive insurance companies dropped the availability to insure one of them because they're being stolen so
Yeah.
often. So here's my question to you guys: if it's easy enough to steal something, you have to physically change out. Imagine if you get like a radio frequency blocker or something else, or transmitter or another way to be able to control one of these vehicles. You don't even have to have someone pull over. You have the laziest carjacking in the world. Pull over the vehicle, park it, get out, bitch. Like, it's I hate to say it, but that would happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that could. But yeah, no, not to tell people how to do it, but I mean, most of the older vehicles, all you need is a brick and a flathead screwdriver, and you could you just have to pop out the locking mechanism that you use to start the car, and you can start the vehicle immediately and drive away with it. Hollywood has made it seem like it's so complicated to jack a car when all you need is a flathead and a brick. That's it.
We are not legally
the
giving
whole
people,
Kia Boy
people
thing
advice.
when they-
We are not.
Then now we
advising
consume
people to do that or
podcast.
giving
Yeah,
them
Does
advice.
not
as I said, I'm
condone.
not telling.
No.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not trying to tell people how to do it, but I'm just saying the Kia boys weren't the first ones to figure this out. The Southeast boys and the street crews, they've been doing it for a long time. The Kia boys just figured out you can use the Fire Stick, USB or whatever. Going, ooh, I could just do it with that. No, flathead quicker.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm done.
But
Yeah.
but the reason why I brought this up is because they were mass organized groups that were stealing tens of thousands of cars. It wasn't just a handful here and there. It was entire city blocks, entire areas. Just vehicles were put up on blocks. Everything was stolen. Everything was taken. It caused a huge issue in several different cities. So, and keep in mind, if this kind of stuff goes through, who knows if you'll maintain control of your vehicle. And not to get conspiracy theory, but how many people do you think are going to be, driven off a cliff or whatever other weird stuff? Be like, oops. If this kind of technology gets out there, if that's adopted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if someone in control doesn't like what you're saying or putting out on the internet, your car could suddenly just start driving for you and take you somewhere you don't want to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or
If you want to see an iRobot.
a crash detection system just doesn't work. That's what happened in Upload, remember?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
He
yeah.
passed out from being drunk, and next thing you know, he's dead.
Yep. Anybody can fake a
No.
toxicology report.
Yep.
That's
they say
right.
that, but
Oh, it's good times,
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
well, it's just something that part of this I want to caution people and make them aware of that. There are companies that are listening. It's just make your voices heard. Make it known to these companies that hey, this is what you demand. So for example, I'm part of that group. As much as I love the technology features on my car, for the truck that I buy, I would love to have a bare bones simple truck that literally just 4-wheel drive, big motor, good towing capacity, good frame. All I want is heat and AC. That's it. I don't even want any screens, anything. Just give me simple, because that is a work vehicle. I'm not driving it to go have fun.
Yeah.
I'm driving it to move snow, do stuff on the farm, and go to Home Depot. It's 5 minutes up the road. That's it. But I know I'm a special use case, so I'm not everybody's gonna be with me on that. But give me an option. That's all I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, that's like your auto off feature where you're idling at an intersection and your car shuts off until you're ready to go again. Some people don't want that shit. And there's times you really don't want it because, God forbid, you hit the gas in the Kia and you hit the gas and nothing happens. You're in a life and death situation. You hit the gas and the engine's just fuck you, I ain't going. Yeah, that sucks. So now you can go on Amazon, depending on which vehicle you got in the year, your make and model and all that. You can buy an adapter that will turn that feature off permanently, as long as you have that installed.
I thought there was a setting you
tell
could
you.
go to in your car and turn that off.
Some.
Okay.
Some, but not a lot of them.
Wow.
I wish I could turn that off in my Kia and my Explorer, but what can you do?
And
Except go buy a modification and install that.
So I will tell people this as someone that works in the automotive industry and sees a ton of hybrid vehicles that have the auto start stop. I'll give you 2 bits of advice. One, if you can turn off your auto start stop, do it, because it prematurely wears out the motor because it's starting every time and having to use a starter up. But also, more importantly, that means the several revolutions of the crankshaft and cams without it being lubricated. It does cause premature wear. And option 2, if you have that and you can't stop it, do your fucking oil changes earlier on time, for the love of God. Because the amount of people that have auto start stop engines that'll wait till 20,000 fucking miles to do an oil change, and they do it 3 times, and the car's at 60 or 80,000 miles. They're like, why did my engine blow up? You people know who you are. You people know.
Yeah.
I literally have one of them sitting at the shop right now that on Monday I got to give her a call saying, yeah, so about this Jeep with 80,000 miles, you need a new motor. Why?
Oh,
Why would I need a new
wow.
motor?
Good job.
You've done 3 fucking oil changes to it.
Holy Christ.
Every 20,000.
Even if you're doing 10,000. Yeah, even if you're doing 10,000 miles in oil change, that should be 8 oil changes, bare minimum.
That's
My
ridiculous.
brand new 2026 Explorer, I'm at 4,000 and some change, and it still says I have 61% oil life in it, which I'm
Don't-
like, wow. Okay.
Don't never believe what the oil life thing says. Those things are wrong every fucking time.
Oh, I'm sure. I've been following the manuals. I'm just surprised that it allows for that.
Yeah, I think those shouldn't be allowed, to be honest
That's-
with you. The oil life meters. I feel like that's a misleading thing. It's like what is it called when you give someone a loan that you know they can't pay back or whatever? It's,
Predatory loan or
Oh,
predatory. Yeah,
Intent-
I think
Yeah,
that's very predatory of them to give you an oil life feature. That I'll see them go 10,000 miles. I'll say like 48%. It's like, no, let's do 5,000 miles. I go, it should be like negative 50%. Like, what are you talking about?
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
I'll still, the furthest I'll ever really go is like $7,000 for
that's fine.
the mileage.
I use full synthetic.
7,000
I
really.
try to get them about 4,500 to 5,000.
Especially with your motor, yes.
Well, mine's no longer leaking oil, by the way. I changed out the oil cap. The leak is gone.
That's good.
Good. But
Huh.
you
How
you
about-
run a motor
Gotta
that's
love those 5-cent fixes.
No, it was like a
Honestly,
$35
did you-
fix.
we got the OEM, the nice one though, the right
Yeah.
one for it.
It's
Yeah.
snug.
Unfortunately, you have to do
Yeah.
that with those. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Type fit.
She likes it snug.
I hate to say that. The amount of people I know that see that have like evap leaks because they have like a cheap gas cap, and they'll flag a check engine light, and they're like, "Oh, it's an evap leak. It has small leak. Yeah, just get the right fucking gas cap." But anyways,
Or
sorry.
just get a vehicle that doesn't need a gas cap.
Well.
Are you trying to sell me a military, deuce and a half? Is that what I'm hearing? Because I'll fucking buy. Oh, you don't have to convince me.
Right.
The last 3 vehicles I had have not needed a gas cap, which is amazing.
Wow.
I haven't had to think about it. Which even helps with the Pennsylvania emissions because of the fact they can't do certain tests because you don't have a gas cap.
That's awesome.
I didn't know.
Here in Ohio, we just don't have emissions. So fuck off.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
In Ohio, you could be riding down the road with a seat, an engine, and a frame.
You know what though?
You're not
You know what,
wrong.
though? But you know what's crazy? Look up the statistics. I bet you there's no difference between the amount of automotive accidents between Ohio and Pennsylvania over the quality and or parts failure on a vehicle. I'll tell you right now, inspections, I disagree with everybody. I don't think they do anything.
Yeah, no,
Even
they
as someone
generate
from a state
revenue.
that's
That's
really
it.
strict
A lot of
inspections.
inspections don't. Yeah, a lot of inspections don't, but it also depends on the state and what they're looking for. Like in Maryland, they're looking to make certain that maintenance is being done on the vehicle more than anything else. Because I've had a vehicle one time, I was bad and I wasn't taking care of it, and the state was just like, shame, you can't get an inspection done because there's some other stuff that needs to be fixed first. So it was kind of like their excuse to make certain that, you're taking care of your car.
So,
Which I didn't
I'll be-
mind so much because, they weren't wrong.
So I'll be real from the Communist Republic of Massachusetts. It's is there any visible rust? Yeah, no pass.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
they're very strict about some things. So
I would put the rust on me.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, do I pass inspection? Can I be inspected?
But you're not a vehicle.
Can-
Also, they
can
don't
you-
want to inspect you.
I identify as a vehicle. Can you milk
Can
me?
you,
I am not inspecting you. No.
yeah, can you milk me, Fokker? Come on.
no,
I've got
no.
nipples.
There's not enough gloves to inspect you. No way. No.
Get the
Not
lube.
enough love. Okay.
Get the lube, Gibbs. You can inspect.
I do not have a license to do a cavity search. I'll tell you that's not the right way. Oh, this goes.
I heard something the other day that was hilarious. We have all this technology and all this science that's moved us forward all this time where people live longer, better lives as long as they take care of themselves. And yet for some reason, we have a doctor that requires lubricant and a glove to check our prostate to make certain we're healthy.
Yep.
Like, really? They haven't found a better way to do it? I gotta have a grown-ass man stick his finger up my bum just to make
You know
certain
what,
I'm
though?
not dying?
I think it's because a lot of men are too afraid to come out of the closet. So that's their only way.
Oh,
There's a
I'm
lot of older men that
sorry,
are
the
scared,
way
so
I'm
they do
going.
their.
so listen,
it would have to, yeah. Mm.
if you're going in to get your prostate checked, just be sure that the doctor checking your prostate does not have two hands on your shoulders when he's doing it.
Oh, that's why it's like the VA is gonna have to take me and kicking and screaming for that chick. That is exit only. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is no playground there. That is a sewage department by every means possible.
Oh, all right. So let's try to get back on topic for a few minutes. Some of the downsides about going into the dumb tech. You've got, like you talked about, group chat exclusion. Some of us do group chats, some of us don't. If that's the thing you do, you would not be able to participate in those. Job hunting barriers. A lot of places.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, you couldn't do group chat, not because you're being excluded, but because every single time somebody does a text in group chat on a regular cell phone, you will get a text for every single person that's in that group. So you'll get, say there's 7 people in that group chat, you will get 7 individual texts all saying the same thing every single time.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God, I
not
never
fun.
knew that.
Enjoy.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. Tell me how I know that. Ugh.
Back in the days when you had to pay
Showing
per
the
text,
attention.
that was horrible.
1-800 collect.
Yeah, buddy. 10, 10, 220.
We had a baby, it's a boy.
Yeah.
We had a baby, it's a boy.
Bob, we had a baby, eats a boy. Great commercial. So yeah, job hunting barriers, because most places need apps for you to do job hunting nowadays. So there's an app for everything. I
What the hell?
routinely push off anything that says, use our app. No, fucking just take my money. Emergency features will likely be missing from some of these dumb phones. That could be an issue potentially, because some of them could lack GPS. Some of them could lack the notification systems. So you may be kind of left out on your ass in some situations.
So you mean it would be like the old days where you need to know where you are at all times?
I know. Big change, right?
Yeah, survival of the fittest almost.
Now-
Again. Oh no.
I'm going to kind of throw him under the bus on this one a little bit. My son, who is now 19 and still trying to get his license stuff figured out, cannot navigate through our town without looking at GPS. Even the basic main roads. He does not know how to get to work. He does not know how to get to several of his restaurants that he likes. And you know why?
I shouldn't laugh because my youngest sister's like that.
He
Because
spends
of the cell phone.
90% of his time like this, looking straight down. That is, he does not look out. He does not memorize routes. He does not do anything in his head. I love the child to death. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him, but I understand why Homer shakes the shit out of Bart in like every episode because trying to shake the shit and get the child to learn, because holy shit. But
Yeah.
it's not just him. It is like most teenagers essentially at this point. Most of them are so directionally challenged. They can't tell you which way is north. They cannot tell you. And admittedly, there are a lot of adults that are this way too. So it's not just the teenagers. There are a lot of adults. The amount of adults that do not know their left from their right is staggering. I have seen people my age.
Military left, not your right.
I have seen people my age have to go, oh, yeah, it's this way, when doing left and right. I have seen people in their 30s with tattoos on their hands, like right by their thumbs, with an L and an R. Yeah.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Wow.
They have a tattoo on their neck that said, "No
How
regrets" as
stupid
well.
do you gotta be?
So, I mean, it's not just the kids.
man.
I cannot just sit here and shit talk the younger generations, because it's literally every generation from our age and down. There are just
Yeah.
incapable assets in every group, but it's just we tend to look
God.
down and see
And
the
it
worst
does-
ones. So
And it doesn't matter where you live, it's everywhere. It's Los Angeles to DC to freaking
Minot
north part
to
of
Houston.
Wisconsin, all the way to Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
All I can say is crack cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Right? Yeah.
Well, think about this though. Kids don't have to go anywhere that a car can't take them. They no longer have bikes they ride everywhere. They no longer take public transport. So to them, that is the only thing that they know, which it sucks because as an adult, you should always know your surroundings, be able to function without directions. At least 90% of the time. We're always going to have somewhere where we go where it's like, where the fuck am I? But, you know your routes, know your highways, you know basic stuff like that. Pro tip.
Never
learn
take
how-
the same way home time life.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also-
no three
pro
ways
tip-
to get home.
Yes.
Mhm.
But also, pro tip, understand how our highway system is numbered and why the numbers mean what they mean.
Mhm.
That is a
Yes.
unified system. They're
North
not
and
just
south,
numbered
east and
randomly.
west.
Yep.
But most people don't
Nope.
know, or they don't know what happens. Like if there's something that's like a junction or a roundabout or like a cut through or something like that, they have no idea. You can just look at the numbers;
Yeah.
it will tell you. I swear, it's one of the few things the U.S. government has done something right somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
97,000 other things, but the highway system numbering is actually good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dwight D.
Yeah.
Eisenhower,
It
best
actually
president we
is.
ever had.
Yeah. So
Oh no, George Washington was pretty good too.
yeah,
Oh, well, sorry. In the last 100 years is my usual
modern.
disclaimer.
We'll say modern. Post World War II.
There we go.
Social isolation. If everybody else is online and keeping up with all the latest memes, AI generated Yeti videos and everything, you're going to be left out. So
Yeah, that's me.
what if dumb tech sparks a bigger rebellion? Now, this could just be the first kind of log on the fire. Could it lead to anti-AI laws, human-only zones, or corporations co-opting it as a premium offline luxury subscription? I could fully see companies trying to do that. Here's our fully digital package, but if you want the dumb version, here's the premium subscription for that.
Yeah.
It's like paying for no
God.
ads.
Oh, that's like Netflix coming out super cheap in the beginning, and now they're like as much as cable anymore.
Right.
Back in the mid '90s,
Yeah.
before TV was unregulated, dumbest thing ever.
So that kind of puts us in what some people are calling the golden age of presence. With the proliferation of dumb tech and the more people that embrace it, there's going to be potentially more creativity, deeper relationships, neurological healing of the brain, and a settling down of the constant input. So one thing that was brought up, and this is kind of a, I guess, horror aspect. If AI gets too good, dumb tech could be the only authentic human choice left. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people are really thinking about. You know, we've talked a lot about AI and how good it's getting, how progressed it's become. Going to the analog forms and going to the less advanced digital methods might be the only real way to fight the changes that AI is bringing.
Now, there is some old tech that will not work with the new stuff, like faxes.
Right.
The old analog fax does not play well with the new digital internet and everything. It's bad. And the amount of times I get a call saying, hey, our fax isn't going out. And then I get there, listen to the connection that they get from their router, and you hear scratches and pops and noise and stuff that's like a dirty line back in the day. And this is coming from a digital feed. And you just have to look at the guy or a woman and just tell them, like, look, you got to talk to your internet provider because the equipment they supplied you with either A is messed up or B, your internet signal's jacked, which comes across the digital feed that translates to analog. as, like a dirty line, which then means your analog fax can't send out because it can't make a good handshake across the other side.
Right.
So it's just new with old versus new. It's not good.
Yeah. So that kind of
Sorry if I'm a Debbie Downer.
Oh no. Dystopian orgasms are kind of our specialty on this show. So why do you always look so puzzled, Gibbs?
It's like, imagine if there was a roulette wheel, but it was like 1,000 feet wide, and you just fucking spin the shit out of that thing every time the words open up your mouth. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna say. I've known you for over a decade. I still have no fucking clue. It's.
I got my D&D dice right here. I just spin it and let's just see what gives and
It's like you managed to invent like a 5,000 sided dice, and it's just there's something new on every fucking side.
Right?
Jesus.
So, in a world where we have a lot of agent teams and Dream BCIs, brain computer interfaces, maybe the smartest move would be the dumbest one. Would you guys listening be tempted to dumb down? Would you be willing to pull up the dumb
today,
tech?
oh my god.
Or is this something that we're just going to be laughing about next year in 27? Haha, there's a brick phone that got popular for like 2 seconds last year.
Yeah.
Could the next agent and dumb tech symbiosis be something to start looking into? Is there a way to kind of integrate some of the AI features into the dumb tech and just kind of camouflage it? And I mean, as always, if you guys are listening and you have thoughts on this stuff, by all means, we welcome comments on them. Share your thoughts, share your concerns, share your perspectives. We want to hear from you. There are companies, by the way. Uh-huh. What? I will have to look into that.
Yeah, well, that's something we'll come back to.
Speaking of comments,
You know what, though, on a side note.
Oh, sorry. No, I was gonna say there's been times that we've said
on a side
people
note,
speak up. Have we ever really addressed
I
that?
was gonna say we constantly watch the Discord and everything. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of action in the Discord. I don't know if people are just shy or what the deal is, but
I don't know if we ever came back.
Come on in, join in. It can get wild in our other Discord. So
come on in, the water's fine.
There's no pee in it.
Good dog, you already scared him away.
Okay. I don't want our viewers to get discouraged.
But what I was going to say is one of the trends I do like is what I try to do is whenever my friends and I get together for dinner or something like that, we all try to either phones are away in your pocket or you put it face down up on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like easy, like, hey, check it once or twice. If you need to like respond to someone or do something, that's cool. Like, you're free to take it. But the idea is like to get yourself away from the fucking phone.
Talk to me.
I don't know about you guys, like, since I grew up, basically smartphones came out for me like a year of high school, like with the iPhone and all that shit. So like for me in my adult life, I've always had a smartphone, and it's very tough sometimes to not check that thing. And I like that at least a lot of people are like making the effort to like not, because that's what I've been trying to do. Try to stick it the fuck away from me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
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 How did that? How did that operate? Was it like a separate phone number?
Yep.
Okay.
I had a pager. Back in the day, I had a pager. Go on a date, you know, you had your pager, so if your parents need to get a hold of you, you get a page. I thought I was hot crap, and yeah, it was so dumb.
Yeah, some pager
Yeah.
cases even had little slots to put quarters in.
And all it would be is you'd call it, and it would send a text to
So
the
you gotta always
pager
have
saying,
change for the payphone.
you know, either they would leave a message and it would be, you know, they type out by
Otherwise, you'd be using like
10,
10, 10, 220.
or they would just have it where you
To make a
you'd leave
free
callback
call.
number, and you would get the page, and you'd look like, oh, the phone number such and such called. I need to call them. You know, obviously they need to contact me, and
Right.
and you'd go find a payphone or whatever, and you could give them a call.
Was it
Yeah.
on the honor system? You'd
Yeah.
be like, hey, I put
Yeah.
34 bucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You haven't lived until you're at the gas station going, I need $5, man. I overfilled my tank accidentally. Not like now where you have to prepay for everything. You know, back when I was
$20 would fill
I
up
was
your
in
tank,
high
get you a
school, and
soda
you
and
could
a
sit
and a
there
candy
and
bar.
just
You'd still
fill
walk
your
out with
car
change.
up and then walk inside and pay. Not like now. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they would see it on their system because you would pump up, you know, whatever it is you needed, and you would walk inside and go, here's $20. You know, because back in the day when you had a 4-door car, you know, $20 filled you up. Not like now where you need about $40. $20 went a long way back in the day. Right? Not now. I got two $3 off coupons from Mars
The king size one, yeah.
for, you know, because they somehow got Dove candy bars during the Christmas break where it was supposed to have peanut butter in it, and I got 2 candy bars with no peanut butter. Not the end of the world, but I let them know, hey,
That's
just so
hilarious.
you know, this particular batch is
Reduced
screwed
cost
up.
candy bar.
You know, I
for free.
paid to have peanut butter in it. Didn't have peanut butter. They said, oh, well, thank you for letting us know. We're going to send you some coupons. Cool. You go to any gas station these days, a candy bar costs almost $4. I'm getting a,
The
it
regular
says on the
size ones,
coupon, free candy bar,
the,
but
reg-
it only
the regular
goes up
size
to
ones are
$3.
not much bigger than the fun size
Guess
ones now.
what? You're not getting a
That's
free
what's
candy
upsetting.
bar these days. Not with that coupon. So, yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah.
Oh,
You're not getting a free candy bar.
well,
You're getting
any
a
other
reduced cost. You're getting
thoughts
it
or
with
input on
used
these
cost.
on this, guys?
Back in
I,
the day.
I
That's
think we're
what's
at the end of our
happening.
notes.
Or God forbid you find a regular size candy bar. Everything's
No, I think I'm
king
good.
size. I just want to go in a gas station.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna go in the gas station and get me a bar
Oh,
of
yeah.
diabetes.
just like me.
Exactly. I
I'm not
I
even the one
didn't
drinking today.
I didn't say anything.
All right. Well, we will go ahead and call
I
that
just
the
know
show.
Dumb tech's good.
As always, if you
but
guys
at the
have
same
any
time, it has to
questions,
be
comments, concerns,
done
input,
correctly,
feedback,
'cause if
anything
it's
that you'd
not,
like to throw at us,
it can be a headache.
bikini tops, panties, wet spaghetti, whatever, hit us up on the digitals, and we hope to see you all next time. Yes. Again with the confusion, look, Gibbs.
Moderation, Gibbs.
What's with
Moderation.
the white spaghetti anyway? I'm scared to ask.
Listen, you haven't lived until you've like rolled around in a pool full of wet spaghetti noodles. That is bliss.
How much pasta do you buy? How much pasta do you cook? How big's your cook pot? I've been to your house and I've never seen. I have so many questions. I'm scared to have the answer to. Do you have this like secret 30-person Italian family?
All right, so we'll catch y'all next time. Everyone have a good time. We love you, and we'll see you then.